another What's Up with Therapy. First of all, I would like to say thank you all so much for personally hitting me up, letting me know y'all experience with therapy, or just telling me that it's confirmation that you guys need to go ahead and get into therapy. I'm so grateful that y'all took out the time just to even sit down and watch it. I found plenty of useful resources for free, literally. I am gonna drop down the information in my comment section. I'm also gonna make a flyer. I found a lot of good information, y'all. I'm so excited to share, but let's get straight into my experience with therapy, okay? So basically what I did to find my therapist is I went to www.psychologytoday. I filtered it to whether or not I wanted to be in person, virtual. I filtered it to my insurance and my zip code, and I think I went through 5 or 6 pages. They do list they do list their specialties. It's like a whole bio that they have put up. I think it was anxiety, trauma, and every therapist is different. My therapist, you got in my business real quick. So it was a questionnaire. How many sisters and brothers do I have? Where I grew up at? Did I grow up in the same parent household? For how long? What brought me into therapy? What do I think I'm experiencing? It was questions like that, and I like the way she did it, just because if you're not comfortable with opening up to someone in person, which I was not at all. In my head, it was kind of I was just jotting down, writing in a diary or a journal. If you're a male and watching this, in a journal. So that was pretty cool to me. So the first time I came in, I'm not gonna lie, y'all, I was nervous. I was irritated. I was like, why am I here? It was just I was in my head a lot, why am I here? And it's not good to show up with that attitude at all, y'all, because it's literally stopping you from unpacking whatever you are going into therapy for. So we sat down. We was in a room. She had some nice little, was it sea sounds or forest rain sounds music going, and she was going over my sheet. She introduced herself and things like that, and I introduced myself. So we honestly we got kind of straight into it. Why? Oh no, I'm about to tear up. Okay, so we got straight into it, and she asked me what brought you in? So, oh wow. Okay, y'all, I'm sorry. I did not know that I was gonna tear up. But this is real and raw. I'm gonna give it to y'all. And it's okay to sit and deal with your emotions. That's one thing that I did learn throughout therapy. We're all human, you see what I'm saying? And I'm gonna speak from an African American point of view. The world paint us and perceive us that we always have to be strong, which in reality, you don't. If you feel a certain type of way, it's okay for you to sit in it for a minute. Don't just show it off oh, whatever. No, it's okay, sit in it. So I opened up to her and I told her, and at the time, I didn't even cry, y'all. I don't think I cried once in therapy. Never cried. But when I explained to her and I told her hey, this is why I came in, this, that, and how I'm smiling now, saying it to y'all, I had the biggest smile on my face, telling her everything in detail, what happened. And she was Miss Shannon, she was it's okay, because although in the inside, the outside, I was smiling, the stuff that I was telling her was like, why are you smiling? You see what I'm saying? Like, she told me, you don't have to cover it up. She said, feel the way that it's okay to feel, you know, how you feel. It's okay if you're sad. She was like, you know, it's okay to sit in it for a while just to process, like, what really happened. So I was, after the first session, I was like, okay, like, this is a lot. When I tell y'all, like, it was so heavy. It was so heavy because, like, reality had started to kick in. Like, okay. It was like I was processing things. I was taking it one by one. And I remember this exact day, like, I had a client scheduled right after the appointment, my therapy appointment, but I had to literally cancel them because of like the thoughts, like, therapy makes you think. Therapy leaves you there to sit with stuff and, like, think. But you literally have to understand, like, whatever situation you're in, it's not solely because of you. And then you have to realize, if you was in my situation, like, some people just hit their breaking point, and unfortunately you were the one that was you was the one that, like, was right there when that person reached their breaking point. And then you have to, like, kind of put into perspective that what you're dealing with is, like, been passed on. It's been passed down from generations to generations, and finally you are the one that has says, like, enough is enough. What do I have to do to break this cycle? Basically, to break this cycle. And maybe it is going to therapy. If nobody has ever went to therapy in your family, or no one has even opened up to express, hi, like, I'm dealing with this, I'm dealing with PTSD from the past, or I'm dealing with depression, I'm dealing with trauma, you be the one to open up. It ain't even got to be to your family. You could be the one to seek outside help with a therapist. The type of therapist to be like, okay, I have this assignment for you. I want you to answer these type of questions. Write it down. Come back and we're going to discuss. Which I am the type, like, hold me to accountability. I'm sorry. I know me. She would just tell me, like, if I'm feeling a certain type of way, make sure I just sit in it. And at first, I was like, bro, you want me to sit up here and be sad? No, like, I can't do that. But that was me being trained to think that, you know, oh, you always got to be strong. That is that. So, a lot of times when I did, like, I figured out what started to trigger me. So, like, I kind of shied away from those things and, like, covered it up with working. Like, I was working crazy. That's why sometimes, like, your talent can be a gift and a curse, because, like, doing hair, it still is therapy for me. But back then, I was putting in work, like, overtime, just doing it. And that was to keep my mind off of, like, what happened to me. So I never really just sat in the way I feel with her. I'm not gonna lie, because it was new. It was something new to me. I probably seen her like a good 3-4 times, just because I was running. I'm not gonna lie. I was running away from the way that I was feeling. And I'm not gonna lie, like, I was scared. I was truly scared to just sit, because I'm like, I don't want to slip into depression. I don't want to slip into this state of like forget everybody and that, you know, like that type of mindset. But I'm not gonna lie, I'm gonna be open and honest with you all. I'm gonna tell y'all where I messed up at. Because I didn't continue on with therapy, I'm not gonna lie, I started to settle. I literally started to settle like for less. And I'm not sure if the people around me noticed it, but I settled. I started to settle with things like I put up with, I decided, whatever. I started going out more. I started drinking more. And those was like, that's what I was doing if I didn't have hair to do. Like, if I didn't have hair to occupy my time, I ain't gonna lie. I was going out, I was drinking, and I was dealing with one person, and that nigga wasn't no good. He wasn't no good at all. I ain't gonna lie. And like that was me just trying to fill certain voids and trying to run away from therapy. But in reality, I should have just stuck. Like, I literally should have just stuck with my therapist and like analyze my thoughts, the way I was feeling, to sit in it and be okay. Not be okay, but like start to be okay. Start to wrap my mind around things that was happening. So in conclusion, the tools that she had me to do, like if I felt a way in that moment, so say for instance, if I started to think about if something triggered me, like sit and write down what it was that triggered me, how it triggered me, and how I can begin like to work through it. Also, to journal, like if I didn't want to open up to anyone around me, just write down in my journal. Like journal, type it up in my phone, journal. That's truly what I've learned with her, like just journaling. And for me personally, during that time, what helped me out the most in reality, now that I'm looking back on it, nothing that I was doing, the drinking, the going out, settling, like trying to fill the void with this guy I was dealing with that helped me out. It's like in reality, it didn't do nothing but cause more damage to me and like slow down me from healing. It slowed me down from healing. So honestly, I would say, y'all, like even when it gets hard, like keep going, because nothing, like healing is not easy. It's not easy at all. But y'all, healing is not easy at all, but it's like a beautiful thing. It's beautiful. Nothing that's worth fighting for yourself is gonna be easy to come. Nothing at all. So I would rather y'all like go through the hard times, like being emotional is hard for me. So I would rather us go through it with yourself, your pastor, God, your therapist, instead of like, if you got a husband, okay, cool, whatever, but like a husband or a wife, instead of like relying on other like coping mechanisms that's not healthy for us at all. It's like temporary voids. I'd rather us go through it with licensed people or therapists, like I said, you know, to help you analyze all this stuff. A pastor to pray for you, like pray you through it, and God, like to guide you through it. At the end of the day, I'm just gonna go ahead and tell y'all, like, I'm proud of y'all. I'm proud of y'all for taking a step in seeking a therapist or seeking counsel. Congratulations to breaking a generational cycle. Congratulations to finding, for wanting more, for wanting better for yourself. Like, this looks so good on you, even when it looks ugly. When you feel like it looks ugly, it looks good on you, because you're peeling back all of those layers that you had on you, like, for so many years. Trauma, anxiety, depression, being in your head, all that. Like, you peeling it back, and you're becoming your authentic self. Like I said from the last video, I found a ton of good resources for you all. But what I do want y'all to do is make sure you read. I'm going to send y'all the direct link. I know, like, Therapy for Men, they also, like, they sponsor a certain amount for y'all. It may be a wait list, but make sure you get on it. I got a crisis hotline number for y'all. If y'all want to talk to somebody for free in that moment, I got hotlines for y'all. I got people you can call and talk to. All that. Ain't nobody sponsoring me, y'all. This is strictly just me searching, looking up information for y'all. And I just hope to share more with you all throughout this video. Thank you all so much.